He was very young. He was about 14 months old when I first learned that he had a tumor, and we didn't realize that it was in such a tricky spot. I originally met Dr. Levy years ago. He was working at a different hospital, and he sort of changed our life.
Aiden is a remarkable young man who I met for the first time several years ago, and they came to me for a third or fourth opinion because he had very aggressive tumors growing in his neck and in his chest.
I had about 9 different doctors, and nobody was talking to each other, and I was trying to coordinate, and they were all in different hospitals.
His mom called me one night in a panic saying that he fell and that he really couldn't move his legs and his arms, and he was in excruciating pain. So I told her to come to the Children's Hospital at Montefiore, where I really felt that our team was best suited to help him with that kind of complicated problem.
He had a tumor on Monday. It grew through his spinal cord on Wednesday. He stopped walking, and we went in for a massive surgery on Thursday. We came in, and I was introduced to Dr. Rick Abbott, who is an amazing, amazing neurosurgeon.
We evaluated the situation and saw a rather complicated problem. Aiden's spinal cord was being stretched over a very deformed spine, and he was at a point where he could no longer tolerate the stresses that this was placing on his spinal cord.
I know that Dr. Abbott and our team here really had very elegant techniques in doing spinal cord surgeries.
Mapping is where we stimulate an area of the nervous system to understand what function is in that area.
The way we work together is by putting together what we call a tumor board. Anyone that is a key player in figuring out how to best help a child gets in the room at the same time and looks at all of the angles of the case together.
It requires physicians, various subspecialties of physicians, social workers, child life therapists, music therapists, counselors, and various types of programs that bridge the gap between having a child with a chronic illness and integrating them into normal society. The nurse practitioners are pretty much the glue on the team, in the team approach in the care of kids with brain and spinal cord tumors, and really are the link between the families and the rest of the healthcare team.
The child life specialists were amazing. There was lots of play therapy. You know, he didn't know it was therapy, but he really was working things out. And then you would see what he was angry about and what he was scared about, and they did amazing things. Laura, the art therapist, you know, she was great. You know, we were going through a lot, and they really made the effort to come every day and help us. Yeah, that was therapy. You didn't know.
The reality is that the overwhelming majority of children with cancer and tumors survive their disease and grow up and lead normal lives.
I've learned about Aiden how courageous he is, how resilient he is, how incredibly outspoken he is, and how much he can advocate for himself, which is amazing.
What does advocate mean?
I mean, you make sure that your voice is heard.
The real issue with Aiden has always been that he was not safe because of his spine deformity, and essentially we are allowing him to be a normal child.
Aiden really has always wanted to play soccer, and the amazing thing about this is there is a chance that Aiden may be able to play soccer someday, when that was never before on the horizon.
That over the last several decades, this has been one of the real success stories in medicine, where tumors that once we had only a 30% control rate, now we're talking 80% cure rate. My expectation is that we're going to be curing many more of these tumors than not.
I don't know if there's anything anybody really could have said to me to prepare me for it. I do, I mean, life is unfair. Things just don't always go the way they're supposed to. And how are we going to deal with it? Are we going to spend every single moment focusing on it and obsessing about it? Or are we going to try to have some good times in between and deal with it in the best way we can? You know, we get up every day, we talk to doctors, we do chemo when we have to, but it's not the center of our life. It's not what our entire life revolves around.
Yeah, like when I come home here, I'll be on my TV.
Yeah. His life revolves around TV.
I was touring and watch TV and snuggle with my mom and going to the class. That's about it.
Play with toys, watch TV, snuggle with mommy, and ride my tractor. That's about it. We're big snugglers.